I'm Eugene Capon, this is Capon Design TV, and this is lesson 2 of our Adobe Premiere lesson plan. Anyway, let's jump into Adobe Premiere. Now, in the first video, we sat down and showed you how to prep files for bringing them into Adobe Premiere. And then we showed you where to put them inside of your project panel. Well, anyway, today I'm going to be going through the workspace and showing you all the different areas and talking a little bit about what does what and what you need them for. So anyway, in the first video we showed you how to set up files and bring them into the project panel. Now you can see it with a list view or you can see it by thumbnail, and you can actually control the size of the thumbnail you're viewing it at with this slider. And then you can also sort your icons. If you're looking for a specific item, there is a search tool. You can create a brand new bin or folder. You can add a new item, or if you've clicked on something, you can delete it. Now, within the same area, you can also find your media browser, which you can go through all your different areas that you store media on and bring them in. You can also find your info palette, which will give you information about a specific item selected. Your effects panel, which if you want to manipulate your video or your audio, this is where you'd be able to find all of those presets that have all the different effects. You can find your markers panel, and then if, say, you screw up somewhere down the line and you need to go back to a specific point, you can actually pull up this history panel, go back and see all the different moves you've made. Just above this area, we have your source monitor, and this will play an individual clip from your project panel. Behind it is your effects control, which, say you have your video selected, it'll show you all the video effects and all the audio effects already on it, with a basic set of effects such as opacity, time remapping, and volume control. Also in this area you have your audio clip mixer for all your videos, and then you have a metadata panel, which you can assign things, or you can go back and view in case you need to know how many frame rates a specific video is. The main section over here, which has this darkened figure in it, alright, that would be your program monitor. And it's basically playing whatever's in your timeline, which is this area down below. As you scrub through, you'll be able to see on your program monitor. Alright, and then between your project area and your timeline, you have a tools panel. Alright, within the toolbar, or the tools panel, you have your zoom tool, your hand tool, your pen tool, your slide tool, your razor tool, your rate stretch tool, your rolling edit tool, your ripple edit tool, track select backwards tool, track selection forward tool, and your selection tool. Honestly, out of all these things, I, for the most part, only use 3, and you can control those by C, V, and B on your keyboard. C would pull up the cut tool, B would make your selection tool, and B would be your ripple edit tool, and it's basically for bringing in sections of video and extending them outwards or pulling them back. Anyway, that's just the main workstation for editing. If there's a different workstation you need, you can go up to Windows, Workspace, and then you have all these different workstations or workspaces: assembly, audio, color correction, editing, the editing workspace for CS5, the effects, or just effects, and then meta logging. Anyway, for now, that ends and concludes lesson 2. I hope you learned a lot. If you've never used Adobe Premiere, now you should be able to find your way around the program and get you started. Anyway, if you learned something, hit the like button or leave a comment. Tell me what you learned. If you've seen more than one of these videos before and haven't subscribed yet, you should. We're now in a relationship. Let's make it official. Anyway, I'm Eugene Capon. This has been Capon Design TV. I will see you in lesson 3.